dead of night, the town of Hollowreach lay silent, its streets bathed in the pale glow of a waning moon. Among its many urban legends, one dared to defy all logic: the story of Crimson Hollow, a forgotten playground hidden deep in the woods, where the laughter of children had long since been replaced by screams. Locals warned of an unseen force that compelled anyone who entered to face their darkest fears. Few returned, and those who did never spoke of what they saw. It began as a simple bet between something dark. A wave of nausea swept over her. The whispers turned into laughter, not the innocent laughter of children, but something guttural and wrong. Suddenly, the laughter ceased. A voice, deep and resonant, echoed around her. Face your fear, or join us. The playground transformed. The ground beneath her feet became soft and sticky like flesh. The swings groaned, their chains covered in rust that looked disturbingly like blood. Ivy's flashlight revealed figures standing at the edge of the clearing, their faces obscured by shadows, but their eyes glowing faintly. Her fears surged as memories she had long buried surfaced. The car accident, the screams, the silence that followed, the guilt that had haunted her ever since. "It wasn't my fault," she whispered, tears streaming down her face. "Wasn't it?" The voice taunted. Its tone mimicked her thoughts, unearthing the blame she tried to bury. Each word pierced her like a knife. The shadows advanced, their forms becoming clearer. One figure stepped forward, a small boy clutching a stuffed bear. His face was familiar, too familiar. "Danny," Ivy's voice cracked. Her younger brother's lifeless eyes stared back at her. "You left me," he said, his voice devoid of emotion. "You promised to keep me safe. Now it's your turn." "I didn't mean to." Ivy sobbed. Her knees buckled under the weight of her guilt. She reached out, but the figure's eyes glowed brighter and the other shadows closed in. "Please, forgive me," she cried. Ivy screamed, her fight or flight instincts kicking in. She ran, the world around her twisting and contorting. The playground stretched endlessly, the equipment morphing into grotesque shapes. The figures followed, their laughter ringing in her ears. Her mind raced, replaying every moment of her life where she had faltered, every failure and fear clawing at her sanity. Just as she felt the shadows closing in, Ivy saw a faint light in the distance. Summoning every ounce of strength, she sprinted toward it. The light grew brighter until it engulfed her. For a brief moment, she felt warmth, a sense of relief she hadn't known in years. She stumbled out of the woods, collapsing onto the damp ground. Turning back, she saw only darkness. Crimson Hollow had vanished. Ivy never spoke of what happened that night, but the shadows never left her. At night, she'd hear faint whispers and see glowing eyes in the corners of her room. On her phone, one phrase would appear repeatedly, no matter how many times she deleted it. "You're never truly alone." Each time she read it, the guilt surged anew, and a faint, ghostly laughter echoed in her mind, ensuring she would never forget her time in Crimson Hollow.